As you said, I need superpowers because we start the preparations at least 6 months before, and then the last 3 months it's ongoing.
Yeah, postponed.
Postponed. It was postponed. That's when I learned this lesson that you have to just go. Everything happens for a reason.
So yeah, I think it's important to supplement whatever diet you're on.
Mind, body and spirit helped me a lot to work on conscious eating. Conscious eating is, even being a vegetarian, even being a vegan, I believe you have to be conscious of what you're eating.
I'm Farah Shammas. Welcome to Hotel Talk. We hope you enjoy listening to this friendly conversation between people connected by real life in hotels. Hi everyone. So today I have with us Marilena Angelidis, who is the Mind, Body and Spirit Cyprus director and organizer. Marilena, thank you so much for being here today. Just in time before the big festival that's going to take place this coming weekend. So we've got this podcast recorded and out just before yet another big event. And it's actually, am I right in saying it's the 10-year MBS anniversary, or at least at our hotel?
10-year anniversary at the St Raphael, 20-year anniversary in general.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So let's start by telling all the listeners a little bit about Mind, Body and Spirit Cyprus. What is it? How was it created? And how did you get involved and basically start running it?
Okay. So Mind, Body and Spirit is an international brand. So it does happen. It's been happening for many years in many countries, in Australia, in the UK.
Okay, so is it a trademark then? Or is it just...
It's independent.
Okay.
It is independent, but it happens in many countries I'm aware of. And how it started in Cyprus, there was two nice ladies. They got together and they created this beautiful...
event with the philosophy, I mean, from what I know, because I've attended so many of them because I love it, it's a holistic approach to well-being. So there's obviously, I mean, the obvious, I would say, well, maybe for me being a yogi, but there's yoga, and there's breath work and there's meditation, but there's so much more than that. I mean, there might be, there's lectures, there's talks, there's workshops, there's drums. I mean, there's
music, there's dancing, there's qigong, tai chi,
and there's an exhibition. I mean, you know, there's a huge with stands with things for sale and it's a 2-day event. I mean, it really is a big thing. And I've always been excited about things like this because I just love things that are different and things that add value. And I feel that MBS Cyprus really adds value to all of our lives, and it's something that we can really look forward to. We can meet people, and most importantly, we can experience something new. So as you can tell, and I'm not paid for this, everyone listening, I'm a big fan. I've also been a speaker at your event many times talking about veganism, and I think one time I spoke about balancing, didn't I, work and home life. So you used to do it twice a year. Is that still happening, or is it only once now?
Well, after COVID, we're now doing it only once a year. Maybe next year we will do it again in Nicosia again.
Yeah. And the Limassol one is at our hotel. So that's where we met. So perfect for hotel talk.
Yes, it made it really easy for us to continue our work because we have the support of the hotel. We feel like we do this event together with the St Raphael because it's been so many years here. We have the support from the hotel and from you, and it really helped us through COVID. And
it's amazing because it does literally take over the whole hotel. I mean, the parking is swarming. Okay, it helps that we have the biggest parking, but it's crazy. Like, so many people come. There's events going on in the gardens, and originally it was like one place in the gardens. Now you have you use the olive, where the olive tree is. You're down at the bottom. Then we have, I don't know how many rooms are you using? 4 rooms for talks. Then plus for the yoga and things, another 6. We're trying to count, guys. We have the magazines in front of us, and we're like,
6. We have
6.
6 rooms. We're using the whole hotel except for 2 rooms. There's only 2 rooms available that are not being used in the hotel. The rest is...
It's crazy. And of course, some people stay for the weekend, but the majority of people come just for the day. And it's, I love the stands and that you can buy, nice candles and just locally made products and meet people and chat to people and have your cards read or your, Reiki done or whatever it is. I mean, and it's just there's always just such a nice positive vibe. That's how I feel when I put on my non-organizer hat, but I bless you. I always see you. I mean, you're like Superwoman that day running around. And how do you feel when you're at the event or actually leading up to the event and then on during the event?
Leading up to the event, I'm on, as you said, I need superpowers because we start the preparations at least 6 months before, and then last 3 months it's ongoing. It's like I think I work 24 hours. I work in my sleep as well. I'm working in my sleep because there's so many details, so many things to do. You need to get everything right. There's so much organization in this
for this festival.
This festival. It's a really, really big project.
And then on the actual day, like on the Saturday morning when you wake up and you say, right, this is it, showtime. How do you feel? How do you stay calm? Because you don't really get the chance to enjoy it and go to any of the events.
Saturday is always the difficult day because it's getting all the exhibitors organized, get them in their space, get them all, make sure that all the exhibitors are happy. And then we have the presentations, which that's the same as Saturday and Sunday, but Saturday is the difficult day. Sunday, normally I enjoy the festival a lot more because everything is...
more set up and everyone's in their mojo.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so, yeah. And how do you find everyone? Does everybody come to you or do you, I guess you get a lot of requests from different people, but do you also find people and you normally have someone like very well known coming from abroad or...
I as well invite people, and so there's a majority of people that find the Mind, Body and Spirit, and a lot of research goes out to find elements that were missing from the program or from the festival. So we invite them as well from abroad, or from if we see something in Cyprus that is really, really wow, we add it to the program.
Amazing. I'm looking at the magazine here in front of me. It's always just so much work that goes in. And as I said, we're big, we're big supporters of this event. Many times, I'll be like giving our trade secrets now, but we'll have, or inside, we'll have meetings and maybe newcomers to our team will be like, well, why are we doing this event? We don't get that much direct money from it and we could do a wedding or something else. And I'm like, that's one of the nice things of being a hotelier is that you get to choose and you get to give back. And I love hosting this because I feel that people really gain from it. And it's not just about, the wealthy 5-star clients that can enjoy it, or it's for everyone at every level. And people, they just gain. They can come and they can change their lives. They can become better people and they support local because most people coming are, I found even like our giveaway for Leon's birthday, so my son and my daughter's Parissa's birthday that's coming up. There's a lady at MBS that was doing, she had a stand and she was doing this stone painting. And I was like, what a brilliant idea. And I bought a few stones from her and she was kind. And this is an example of kindness. I was there with one of the kids and I think it was Yasmina, the eldest. And she said, I was looking to buy a couple of stones and she said, I want to give, here, take this stone for her. And she didn't have to do that. That's her hard work. She painted that. And I was just taken aback by such a small gesture that actually was such a big gesture and meant so much to my little girl. And after that, she stayed in my mind. And then I think we contacted you a few months later and I said, I need this woman's number. I want to buy her work to give as a party gift. Why should I go and buy Chinese rubbish from a huge store when I can support someone local? And then now for Parissa's birthday, we've ordered again. And it's just such a nice giveaway rather than, how many plastic, toys do you need? So yeah, it does make a difference. What are the highlights of MBS for you and what are your challenges?
The highlights, this one or generally?
Not about 2022, like just in the 10 years you've been running it, or...
I see that it always shifts, it always changes, and you have to be open to the change.
Yeah.
Before the beginning, it was very difficult because I was trying to keep what was working, but it doesn't work like that. You have to go with the change. That was for me, a milestone to just be open and go with the flow and let whatever it brings in.
Yeah.
Because it always changes, and then something really amazing comes out of it.
Yeah. Nicolas Gatis, actually, who we did a podcast that came out recently, he's speaking. Yes, Mind, Body, Spirit, amazing. So he actually said when we were chatting on the podcast, things in life don't happen to you, they happen for you. And that's exactly what you're saying as well. And something that I've always seen in my life, that, just because something worked, there's an expression, if something works, don't fix it. But actually, that's the opposite. I mean, that's quite old school. If something worked, that's past tense. It doesn't mean it's going to continue working forever. I mean, Blockbuster worked, but, they were all happy with that. And then suddenly, tapes and DVDs were out and Netflix was in and they went bankrupt. So, I would definitely say that's so true for this, that you have to roll with the punches.
That's very true. Very true.
And what are the highlights for you? I mean, what's the part that you love the most, or the people you love the most working with? Maybe without names, but why do you do it? Like, what buzz does this give you?
I just feel like it's a community. It's a network. I mean, people get together. After the festival, all the emails and all the messages I get, how they feel, how people feel after that. That's what makes the highlights for me. Is giving this to the people, and they feel naturally high just by coming to this event and doing all these beautiful workshops, and they dance, they do their yoga, they do their singing, they dance. There's so much to do.
And just so much happiness.
It's happiness, it's like laughter yoga.
Yeah.
And you've done that as well.
I've done it. I love it. I just thought it was brilliant. I want to do it with my team, actually. It's on my plan.
Idea.
Yeah.
And we have the yoga, which is advanced. And I am a yogi as well. I mean, I don't teach, but it's something that I love. I do it daily and it brings me a lot of joy.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that it really helps the community to give them the right tools to see all the styles of yoga. And so they can choose. This gives them the opportunity to come to the hotel, try as many things as they want, and they get new ideas.
Absolutely.
So they can adapt, so they can change as well, and they can evolve as well. It's not always the same thing. There's so many things you can do.
Well, it's knowledge, isn't it? It's that opportunity to educate yourself, because you might say, I love yoga, or many people might say, I don't like yoga, but they've only tried hatha or ashtanga or whatever it is, and they haven't experienced other forms.
And mostly the teachers that come to the Mind, Body and Spirit Festival are all advanced, and they are well known of the styles that they practice, so they have a really good foundation to give to the people and show them exactly the right way to do that style.
Yeah. And they also have, I think, quite a lot of following, don't they? Each one, like people are, and they look, I always hear this at Mind, Body and Spirit every year. People say, I went to that one last year, I want to go again, or now I'm going to try something different. And it's just so nice to see all the repeaters coming in. Yeah. So you're a new mummy. You've got a 2.5-year-old little boy. And, that's obviously added, more things to your plate with already organizing this really busy festival. How have you found motherhood and, being a working mummy? And what advice would you give people?
I found it quite challenging this year. It was quite challenging. The older he gets, the more attention he needs, and it hasn't been, completely easy, but I managed to balance it out.
Yeah, I know. I would say the same thing, because Parissa's only a little bit older than your little one. Yeah. And definitely. That's what we say. We've got one of our team members in the room here who's got older kids, Christos. We always laugh. Big children, bigger problems. So the older they get, Yeah, the older they get, the more, it's not necessarily problems, but the more attention they need, the more time and wait for it. Oh, when they start with the homework and the birthday parties.
I'm at the terrible 2s at the moment. So that is my first challenge. It was really easy until 2. And now he was very quiet. He never cried. He was an easygoing child. But now that he's 2 and he's going on to 3, it's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
But we work it out. We have our routine. It works out. I spend more time with him in on the weekends and in the afternoons.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's the biggest gift. It's tiring, but it's amazing.
I know that after the festival, I'll have time for him, so that kind of gets rid of that. Helps with the guilt, because you have a bit of a guilt because all your attention goes to the work. But I think after the festival, everything will balance out.
Yeah, well, that's what I've spoken as well when I've come to MBS and done talks, just about balancing, and there's not always that perfect balance. Life is not the equilibrium. I think we discussed that with Yannis Galogiragis also on this podcast, that sometimes, the scale tips one way, other times the other way. Sometimes you're working a bit more, less time at home, but equally, sometimes work's a bit less and you've got more time at home. And the trick is really to have that quality time at home, just to make sure that time with your family is quality time. And that makes such a big difference rather than, there's stay-at-home parents who have all the time in the world with their children, but they're not fulfilled or they're not so happy. And then, so we see a bit of everything. But to move on to other subjects now, what are the greatest lessons that you've learned from Mind, Body and Spirit and from all the people that come here, maybe about holistic living, or what are the things that you've learned and that this journey, your personal journey with MBS has taught you and you carry with you daily?
To be open and objective as well, and not to, it's like I said before, you have to be open to the change and to what's going. Before I had challenge with this because I was always trying to keep what was working, but I learned over the years that you have to be open and beautiful things will happen. Just be open and the universe has your back always.
Aww.
When you try to control something, it doesn't work. And this is what Mind, Body and Spirit taught me in life, especially when I was pregnant and the festival had to be cancelled as well 3 times during the COVID.
Postponed.
Postponed. It was postponed. That's when I learned this lesson that you have to just go. Everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. So it gave me time because I would have had 2 festivals and I would have been pregnant. So I actually enjoyed my pregnancy and I enjoyed that time being with myself, which I never had before because I was doing 2 festivals. That means 6 months a year for each festival. That means I was always on the go. So the festival helped me enjoy motherhood, I think.
Oh, that's such a lovely life lesson. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think that's something that COVID gave to a lot of people. It took a lot away, but it gave us so much and made us appreciate and see life in a completely different way. And on that note, I'm going to talk about my favorite subject in the world, veganism, which so many people thought when I said I was doing a podcast, they were like, oh, it's going to be about veganism. And I was laughing. I'm like, no, actually, it's going to be about like my main job. But you're a vegetarian. Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about that. How long have you been a vegetarian? What inspired you? And it was when I was doing my yoga journey, to tell you the truth. That was when I started being a vegetarian. It was just kind of happened naturally. I was doing my yoga training, and when I was doing all the philosophy and all the things in the training, it just kind of hit me, and with a lot and other things hit me. And then I just stopped eating meat slowly, gradually. And then one day I just said, okay, I don't need this anymore. It was a bit challenging through my pregnancy. That was quite because Well, I think it's more the stress and the pressure of other people you don't understand. That's how I found in my pregnancy. That people say, but what do you mean you're not eating meat? You're pregnant. The baby needs that. You need that. You need your protein. You need your let's be honest. I mean, when you're pregnant, it's the biggest. Pregnancy and birth are the biggest trauma your body's going to go through. I mean, knock on wood, naturally at least. Yes, it is a natural. We're women. Our bodies are designed for this, but it's very difficult. It's tough on the body. And so many people will just, understandably so, will just say, well, make your life easier. Like just eat, this stuff, or, get what they consider or how they've been brought up, all your vitamins and minerals, but you actually don't need them from animal sources. And also when you are pregnant, everything is thrown out of sync. Whatever you're eating, the baby will be fine, and the baby takes everything, and the baby sucks it all out from its mama. And that's our job really for life. It's like it's the starter journey, isn't it? When you get pregnant and suddenly you're tired, and this little tiny baby inside you is draining everything, and that just continues forever in a good way. Like you'll give everything to that child in every way. And so all your vitamins and minerals go on that child. So yeah, I think it's important to supplement whatever diet you're on.
Mind, Body and Spirit helped me a lot to work on conscious eating. Conscious eating is, even being a vegetarian, even being a vegan, I believe you have to be conscious of what you're eating. It's not just, it's what you put in your body.
And when you say about conscious, you mean actually appreciating the food while you're eating it, or do you mean what you're eating?
What you're eating as well, and appreciating the food and the way you eat. And like there's being mindful, that we're doing some mindful eating. It really helps everything, because my philosophy, what I base my thing is you are what you eat. That is really important. That was one of the first books I read, and it changed my world when I realized, okay, if you're going to eat junk all day, you're gonna feel the vibration. You're gonna be low vibration. It's really important to have a high vibration. You have to eat fresh, local products. This is what I mean by conscious eating.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just a win-win for everyone. I mean, it's a massive tick for your body and your health, massive tick for the environment and sustainability, and massive tick for the animals that just, as the saying goes, your body doesn't need to be a graveyard. Have healthy food without causing any pain on anyone else. So I love that. And I love that at Mind, Body and Spirit, because even us at the hotel, we have our like convenience food that we always put in the lobby, especially for your event. So everybody who attends can easily grab, whether it's a muffin or a wrap or a salad or a bar, but everything is vegan and healthy. So it's plant-based, and so it's not junk food, and it's all a couple of my recipes are there as well. And of course, Elia, our chef, is amazing. So that's really, really fun. So my last question for you before our traditional question, let's say on this podcast, or extra bonus question, which I'll tell you about in a minute, is what are your hopes for Cyprus and the world?
Hopes for Cyprus and the world. I think I have to go back to what I was saying before, but not on the conscious eating, and just to be more conscious, and people to be more mindful and to go more within. This is what I hope that I can offer as well from the Mind, Body and Spirit. And this is what I hope that people can get out of their life in Cyprus and the world. And it goes generally for everything, I think.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Words of wisdom really is just for everyone to be more conscious, to be kinder, to be more grateful, to be more positive.
Gratitude is the most, I think for me as well, this is another lesson I learned, highlight from you were saying before, gratitude was the best thing that I ever learned. If you're grateful for what you have, just more things and more positive and more good things will happen to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, my dear. So I'm going to pass this beautiful crystal bowl in your direction. So it's got all these folded pieces of paper, and I don't know that's okay. We've got a bonus one fell out. So I'll pick that up later. So these are questions from our team here. And let's see. So Prokopis has proudly said that this is his question with a lovely smiley face. He's going to be on the podcast at some point. He works in our front office team. And his question is, what did you like mostly about our staff during your time at our hotel? Wow, well, it's good. Happy that you've experienced the staff a lot more than most. So this is a good question for you.
It's been 10 years. So I've been here for 10 years. And I think I've experienced the everyone here.
I think so. Old, new, probably people who haven't even worked for us yet. We'll get you in on the interview process.
Yes. Question is, sorry.
Yeah, so I'll say again, what did you like most about our staff during?
I think that they were patient with me after all, because I am stressed on the weekend, so they have to kind of go with the flow as well.
Yeah.
And Mind, Body and Spirit is not an easy project, so I am very happy that they've always been 100% supportive, and they are always there, and that everything is always flowing perfectly at the festival.
Oh, that's so nice. And you work with everyone from maintenance to food and beverage,
electricians
to exactly back of house, front office, parking attendants, security, our admin, our finance, our computers. I don't think there's anybody in this hotel, our cleaners, that doesn't know you or isn't involved in Mind, Body and Spirit.
It goes, I just want to say something about it. It goes as well, like the Mind, Body and Spirit, it cannot happen without the people. It cannot happen without the speakers, the exhibitors, the participants, anyone, the visitors, the hotel. It's all a collective. It's a project.
Collective effort.
It's all together. It cannot happen if everyone's involved in this, even you.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Well, I'm a big supporter. I genuinely am. And as we said, it's all about community. And that's how we feel at St Raphael, is that we're really helping in our way by being able to host this event, to give back to the community, to bring a community together. And I think that's the real essence of hotels. We're not just a place where people come to stay. We're a place where people gather.
And I don't believe that another hotel can actually support this kind of event. I think it's kind of meant to be that we're here. I think it's
meaning because our conference room is so big and we've got so many other rooms.
It's not just the hotel. The hotel supports the festival. It's the people. I'm talking mostly about the people. I'm not talking about the facilities. I cannot imagine doing it somewhere else.
Oh, well, we can't imagine not having it here. So we love it. We've even reopened the hotel just for, to make sure that we've got in, the weekend for Mind, Body and Spirit. And this coming weekend that it will be at the hotel, I'm not speaking at this one. I will be next year, we said. But I will definitely be there. We've got our stand as a hotel and as a spa. So as well as having our vegan and natural products, I'll also have my books. My vegan recipe books, which are 40 delicious vegan recipes, and Theo the Pig, which is my children's book that I illustrated myself. So I'll be selling that at the event as well. And my kids are actually, it will be like their first job or second job, because they were at Mind, Body and Spirit last time, and they loved promoting those books and selling them, and it gave them a little taste of commerce.
I think as well, your kids, they join the activities as well. They do yoga.
They come to yoga. They do. So, but they're looking forward to it. They're like, "Mommy, can we keep the money, or are we going to get paid?" And I'm like, "No, you're going to get paid to be at the stand and sell books." So
we have little helpers.
Exactly, and then they'll go and buy, I don't know, Pokemon cards or something afterwards. Or stones. They like collecting.
We have around 70 exhibitors at the Mind, Body and Spirit this year, and there's a lot of stuff. If everybody wants to do their shopping for Christmas, it's a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I always, last year I ordered soaps from MBS for Parissa's second birthday. There was a lady there, she makes soaps. I was like, perfect. Oh my goodness, there was one with a cactus on, I remember. I said, right, I need so many. And we just did it there. So also party gifts, Christmas. I think there's always ladies that sell crystals, aren't there? And which are beautiful, really nice.
We have
touchstones.
We have someone coming from Budapest that's bringing a lot of crystals this
time.
Oh,
wow!
Yes, and it's been 3 years, so we're hoping for new
things.
New updated things coming here. So we haven't seen his stuff for 3 years.
And there's also a lady who comes from Nicosia, and she does tarot, doesn't she? And and aura cleansing. And there's just so many interesting things out there, and there's something for everyone. So I love that. And say thank you from all of us in Cyprus for organising this event and spreading so much love and positivity. And we look forward to the event. So we're going to see you soon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Pleasure.